Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Toby Eunice with Videotero Live, and today I'm in Las Cruces, New Mexico, at the Hotel Encanto at the Spanish Colonial Market. And with me is artist Sean Wells. Sean, how are you doing?
Very well. It's been a lot of fun so far.
And how is the market coming along for you?
It's been great. Actually, my brother and I are here together, and we've been here since the very first market, so we've been able to have an opportunity to really connect with Las Cruces patrons, and now we've seen a few people returning. So it's been fun to develop new patrons here in Las Cruces, which was part of the goal for the society.
Tell me a little bit about your work.
We're actually 5 generations of tinsmiths, and that's what my brother does here. You can see it in the background. I have no gift for tin, so I actually produce retablo paintings, which are traditional saint paintings on wood boards.
And how are they called? Why are they called traditional and Spanish colonial art?
Well, the two parts. The Spanish colonial arts came here about 400 years ago when the Spanish colonists settled in New Mexico, and they were trying to recreate those beautiful Baroque and Renaissance artworks from their homeland, but with people who were not formally trained artists and with rudimentary materials like chicken feathers for brushes and mud for paint. So the resulting art forms were very folk art and very naive art. So it has a charming quality from that. The traditional part is the market here is all traditional arts, which means that the artists here that are showing are committed to the traditional materials and methods that were brought here by the original colonists.
And I know that you're an architect and also a commercial artist as well. How does Spanish colonial retablo painting fit into you and who you are?
I actually went to school for architecture, and when the market dropped out, I found myself, actually I was having my first child, and I found myself without work. And so my brother asked me to return and get back into the traditional arts with him. And I thought it was kind of crazy, but honestly, I didn't have any other work, and I thought, well, I'll come home, have family support, and maybe a new career. And it's just taken off and blossomed. It's been so fun to be here together and keep our traditions for our family alive.
The Spanish Colonial Art Society holds several of these markets each year. What makes the one here down in Las Cruces so special?
Our favorite part is that the city of Las Cruces, the people of Las Cruces, they've embraced the society and the artists. And really, for instance, I had a gentleman that came yesterday to speak with me. He watched my brother's presentation. He watched us demonstrate our art forms. He spoke with me for about half an hour, learned all about our family history and the art forms. And then he went home and researched our family name and came back the following day to purchase a collaboration. So that kind of relationship and interest and level of intimacy with the patrons is an opportunity we get to have here because it's a smaller scale, and because I think there's a lot of excitement from Las Cruces to revive these art forms in the periphery of New Mexico that have kind of lost touch with being supported by the traditional arts.
And if I were a citizen of the city of Las Cruces or the surrounding area, why would I want to come down and visit this Spanish market?
The history of New Mexico is rich, and honestly, as a child, I didn't understand it. I didn't really value the importance of keeping the traditional arts alive until I had children myself, and I realized it's like endangered species. When you find out there's 4 rare white tigers left in the world, everybody scrambles to breed them and keep them alive and keep that history alive. Why do we do that? Because it's important to keep the continuity of the story so that we can learn and move forward. And keeping them alive and tangible keeps the passion for the future, because we know where we came from. And so when I watch my brother do tin in his traditional Spanish colonial outfit with the tools that his great-great-grandfather used, it feels like he's an anachronism, and it's like time traveling. It gives us hope for the future and love for the past.
Well, that's a beautiful description of what this is all about. Come and visit us. We're at the Hotel Encanto in Las Cruces, New Mexico. You will see not only Sean, but 24 other artists, including her brother, who's a tinsmith. at the Spanish Colonial Market, Las Cruces, the Hotel Encanto. This is Toby Eunice for Videotero Live. Thanks for joining us today.